Thank you so much, Secretary Bielecki. We have, to close our program, a person who, his name is Doug Banks. He is the editor and recently became a publisher of Mass Tech, which many of you know is the gold standard anywhere in the world for chronicling the innovation economy and cheering us on. Mass Tech includes not only the magazine that we read and the website that we look at every day, but a bunch of e-newsletters, some really amazing events, one of which is coming up next week that I look forward to going to on healthcare, IT, and the cloud. All of these things spotlight entrepreneurship in Massachusetts and New England in a way that makes it very accessible for many people to follow and join in. Doug joined Mass Tech as editor in 2005, added publisher to his title in January of 2010. In that time, Mass Tech launched several new products and won several regional and national awards for journalism. He was formerly an editor at the Boston Business Journal, where we first met him. He was also at Fast Company magazine. He has taught journalism and writing at such colleges and universities as Emerson College, Boston College, Endicott College, and the University of Pittsburgh, with one notable absence, the University of Massachusetts. So consider this an invitation. He is a very strong community leader. He has many outside interests in nonprofits and has been very active in the innovation economy in the region in the MIT Enterprise Forum, the New England Clean Energy Council, the Mass Technology Leadership Council, MITx, and Tech America. Those are the organizations that drive the innovation economy in Massachusetts. So Doug, welcome, and we'd love to hear your comments on what all this adds up to.
Thank you, Bill. So I was, it looks like I'm the anchor leg of this race, so thank you to that. I would like everybody to just turn to your neighbor real quick and say, the talking's almost done. Go ahead, do it. Okay, we're going to get through this, and you can get back to your drinking and eating and having some good connecting and networking time. But I want to thank you all very much for letting me speak here. Congratulations to Bill, to Dan, to Benjamin, Chancellor Motley, Dean Qualieri, the entire UMass Boston campus, really, for your accomplishments, not only in establishing the Entrepreneurship Center and the VDC, but also for your commitment to what may be two of the most important priorities of the innovation economy, certainly two priorities that I hold dear to my heart, which is entrepreneurship and education. If you don't mind me quoting Ken Morse, who used to run another entrepreneurship center that some of you may have heard of across the river, he paraphrased Howard Stevenson of Harvard Business School when he told me, entrepreneurship is pursuing a project without having the resources needed to finish it, starting before you have everything you need to get it done. I like that definition of entrepreneurship, and with that in mind, it makes sense that tough economic times can be the best of times for entrepreneurs. Not willing to put your trust in a large company? Why not start something new? That's exactly what's been happening here in Massachusetts over the past 2 years. As a business journalist in the Boston area since the 1990s, I've covered both booms and busts. I can honestly say that the startup activity here since the fall of 2008 has been as busy as ever. More and more people are willing to start something new without the benefit of a safety net. And not just here in Massachusetts, this is also a nationwide phenomenon. According to the Kauffman Foundation, 2009 had the highest national rate of new business creation in 14 years. The environment for helping entrepreneurs here in New England is maturing every day. Just this morning in the Mass Tech Startup Report, we covered 2 new ventures built to boost entrepreneurship. One was the Founder Institute, a national project that accelerates startup creation by linking entrepreneurs to mentors. That's coming to Boston in 2 weeks. And the second is being started by Avid's founder, Bill Warner. He's an active angel investor, most of you probably know. He ran an investment boot camp earlier this month. He's a major backer of Techstars, which is now in its 2nd year. And he's starting up a new effort called Anything Goes Accelerator Lab. It's in Kendall Square, and unlike other programs, it's less about developing business plans and more about developing entrepreneurs themselves. Of course, there's no shortage of business plan competitions. There have been so many in the last couple of years, we can't actually keep up with writing about all of them. And now we've got the mother of them all called Mass Challenge, which again, some of you may have heard about. But I know that the VDC prides itself on being the place where actual businesses not just business plans, are built and made. It's great to see UMass Boston beginning to play a role in the entrepreneurial ecosystem here. I can speak from firsthand knowledge as well of the quality of UMass Boston students because our last two interns that we've had at Mass High Tech have come from UMass Boston, including our current sales and marketing summer intern, Seema Khan, who's an undergraduate. We're thrilled to have her. It's also personally gratifying as someone who is himself the product of a public school education to see that public education has a role to play in the innovation economy. If you look at the mission statement of this campus, access is the first on the list. In my opinion, this commitment is absolutely critical if we are to continue to fill the pipeline of talent that will be needed as this season's startups become tomorrow's powerhouses. Last year's record-setting entrepreneurship activity, again, the busiest in 14 years, was led not by young white Ivy Leaguers, but by older Americans and African Americans. So there is a place for an entrepreneurship center whose mission is based in education and grounded in its commitment to providing access to all who seek that education. If we want trailblazers to drive our innovation economy, it seems to me we should be looking for more first-generation college graduates. They are the groundbreakers, as you heard Chancellor Motley mentioned earlier. They are the ones who aren't afraid to fail, or if they are, after all, who isn't afraid to fail? They aren't afraid to make the attempt anyway. In Silicon Valley, you'll hear it said, you're not a true entrepreneur until you've lost your first million. Here in New England, we tend to be a little bit more conservative. We celebrate winners. We rarely celebrate the losers, too, those who have fought or continue to fight the entrepreneurship battle daily, those who haven't won yet, those who may not ultimately win, but whose efforts contribute to an overall environment where risk is not only tolerated, but welcomed. So with that, I want to thank you again for allowing me to be here and to speak to you. Congratulations to the Entrepreneurship Center. Your mission is noble. Your role is needed. May your risks be rewarded.